What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Buckeye-Film-Breakdown. As always, I'm Jeremy. Opposite side of the screen, we got Coach Slate. If you are on Buckeye-Film-Breakdown via Substack, enjoy the episode. If you're on YouTube or any other avenue, enjoy a free preview, and we will cut it off about halfway through, and then we'll continue for everybody on Substack. Black Stripes. It's our favorite time of the year. We kind of hinted around that would be coming, and we had not one but two come off this weekend. Now that the guys are back getting in a rhythm after spring break, and the first one was your guy Kyle Parker.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, well, I don't know if a lot of people were shocked, but I know I was shocked to see that Kyle Parker was the first guy that lost his black stripe. I think we all expect Kyle Parker to come in and be a guy who plays and pushes Brandon Ennis and is somebody that's going to get a lot of run in the slot for the Buckeyes. But there are a lot of other people that I thought would be the first to lose their black stripe, but nonetheless, I mean, you read the reports, you see what people are saying in blogs, you hear what people are saying, around the Woody. This is somebody who just come in and just went straight to work and understanding what it means to be a part of Zone 6. And so when you hear those things and then he's the first person to lose his black stripe, like that's exactly what you want, man. And I'm excited for him. You can look at the guy. I mean, he's absolutely just yoked, and he's put in the work with Coach Mick and Schlegs and those guys, and he's just been embraced by the guys in the receiver room. And so I'm excited to see how this spring continues to play out for him, because I do think that he can really do some things for us in the slot, and he provides an element that we've been kind of wanting from Brandon Ennis, and I think he provides that element for us. And I think it allows us to utilize Brandon Ennis and some other roles as well. And I think Kyle Parker can do a lot of different things for us. So it's definitely it's good that he lost his black stripe this early.
Yeah, I too am very surprised. Would not have been my first pick. Honestly, I didn't think the first pick or the first guy would be a transfer, just because in years past, we have seen Ryan Day and the staff make it harder for the transfers outside of Caleb Downs to lose their black stripe, because I feel like it is a little bit different for those guys because you are coming from other environments and you may not have the same seriousness that Ohio State has. Ohio State is ran like a pro organization. But I think Kyle Parker, like you said, I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. I have also seen a lot of people say they envision him being what we thought Mylan Graham would be.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I think Mylan Graham, I think he's going to do good things at Notre Dame. I think,
for sure.
I believe he is untapped potential. I think he just got caught in a log jam, and I think there were some other factors that were getting in his way, and I think it might be good for him to get out of Columbus and to just go do his thing. And I'm excited for him to see what he can do at Notre Dame. I think Kyle Parker is coming in with something to prove. Being at LSU, being at what is one of the wide receiver U's in college football, and now you're coming into Ohio State with your receiver coach. You don't want to just be known as the guy like, oh, he's only getting ticked because, it's Coach Hank's guy, right? Like you want to come in and really prove yourself. And so I could definitely see where he could be what we believed that Mylan Graham could be, because all the traits are there to be that. He's fast. He's got quick twitch. He's inside, outside versatile. He's got great hands, catches the ball away from his body. I mean, all the things that we thought Mylan Graham would develop into, Kyle Parker has done already at the SEC level. I mean, right around 400 yards receiving last year as a redshirt freshman. So I think there's just a lot there, man. And I think that's a pretty good comparison. I think he's at a different stage and a better stage in his college career right now.
Well, and in this day and age of college football, I'm going to guess that Kyle Parker was cheaper. So, that also plays into it.
It's a great point.
obviously we talk football around here, but the basketball Buckeyes are seeing a similar situation with Devin Royal going into the portal. It's kind of a win-win at the end of the day, probably. It allows him to find a spot for his last year and allows the Buckeyes to spend that money elsewhere. So, that's the nature of the beast right now. The second black stripe is a dude who I don't know that I've seen you this excited about anybody in a long time. Earl Little Jr. not only lost his black stripe, but was also named Silver Bullet of the Day today, Monday the 30th, about an hour ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Earl Little Jr. And I don't want to hype him up. I'm not going to sit here and say he's Caleb Downs or he's going to be, Malcolm Jenkins or Jordan Fuller or any of these really good safeties or Malik Hooker or any of these great safeties that we've had. Like I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to be that. But given what we do as a defense and what we ask from our guys, you think about the versatility that is needed from that position, and you take a look at the Jordan Hancocks, the Renzo Styles, the Caleb Downs, the Jalen McClains, the versatile safeties that we've had in years past, even, obviously under Jim Knowles as well, and the Ronnie Hickmans, those type of guys. Like Earl Little provides something that not many people provided. And that is that ability to be able to be a big nickel, to be able to play man coverage, to be extremely physical in the run game, and then to be able to be a post safety on a consistent basis and to do it down in and down out, where he can line up in so many different spots and be a major contributor at every single spot. Caleb Downs did it, obviously, because he's the best safety in the country, best safety in the NFL draft. I'm not saying Earl Little's going to be that, but just to see the way that Florida State used him is something that I get excited about. Florida State, and I wish people would really understand, Tony White, the defensive coordinator at Florida State, is somebody that I have an immense respect for. The defense that we run at the school that I coach at and the one that I've been studying and coaching in for the last 6 years of my career, it's a 3 high safety defense, and it's a safety-driven defense where you have to have guys who can play multiple spots, and you put your dude in the middle of the field and you say, go play football. And that's what they did with Earl Little. And the fact that he can come in and be able to not just be a guy who plays in the middle of the field, but he plays in the slot. They put him in the boundary. They put him to the field. Like that is just what you want in a safety. And I can't imagine how Coach Patricia feels about that safety room right now. I mean, obviously you had Caleb Downs and you can't replace that.
Right.
But now you couple that with Jalen McClain, with Terry Moore, with these freshmen that you just brought in. Like you have now a whole room of people that can play in so many different areas.
Yep.
And now you have multiple guys who are leaders in that room as well. Terry Moore is a senior leader. Earl Little is a senior leader. Jalen McClain is going to be a 4th-year leader. Like you have guys who can lead that room. And so Earl Little just add into that room, man. He's got the swagger. He's just got all the things you want. I go on a tangent about the guy, but I just really think he's got the all Big Ten type of potential. And I think Coach Patricia is just excited to see where he can go with it, because there's just so many different spots that he can play in the box, wherever. It's going to be fun to watch, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of my favorite Buckeyes of all time was a safety, and that's Mike Doss. And Mike Doss could not give you the versatility that a lot of these guys give you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and some of that's the evolution of the game.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean,
no doubt.
You look at a dude like Dustin Fox from back in that era who actually ended up playing safety in the league.
Yep.
And it worked, So it's cool to see, though, obviously, with you being the defensive guy, the transition of the game and the evolution of the game. That might be a cool case study to do this offseason, to go back and look, start back at like Doss and work through some of those safeties, because where we are such a safety driven defense now, as cliche as that sounds, to see who could and couldn't, fill into this. Obviously, Malcolm Jenkins could fill in.
Yeah.
He was kind of the first one. So yeah, that's kind of, we like to talk Black Stripes. Something else I wanted to talk about, Jeremiah Smith met with the media on Saturday. Two things. We always talk about culture and how, what the culture says when your best player is your hardest worker. Well, what about when your best player sits in front of a microphone and says the pick six in the Miami game was on me?
That's pretty big, man. That's pretty big. We sat here and we broke that down with Jake, and we that's what we saw,
Yeah.
and that's what the coaches saw. There's no doubt about it. And you could take that so many different ways, but the fact that your guy comes out and says that, like, that's huge. Like, we know, like, JJ could have taken a better angle on that block and not given Scott that free run to the ball. They could have done a better job positioning his body to get in the way. Like, there are so many different things that he could have done better on that play to help the Buckeyes not be in that position. And the fact that he's able to come out in front of the media and say those things, like, that's the accountability you want to see from your leaders. That's the accountability you want to see from the best player in the country. And so I love seeing that from JJ. Man, he's special. There's no doubt about it. He's special. He's going to work hard. He's going to show up every day and grind, but you never know what you're going to get, especially at the receiver position with a lot of the personalities. And we got a really good one, man. We can't take it for granted because we're only got it for one more year, and he is out of this world, man.
Yeah, the kid's special. We're going to take a quick break for everybody listening on YouTube or any other avenue. We hope you enjoyed the free preview.